Retail customer, this doesn't cost a lot less. In fact, these are close to the same price because $730, over $1,100 US. You're now in the same arena for buying these two as you are for just this one phone. And I will still make the argument that at full retail, you're better off picking up these two devices than the Fold. And that's because you have two. That's really my best argument. If the timing was different, if this had launched when it was supposed to, then I wouldn't be making this argument. I'd be telling you that the Fold is not a better, it is a better, purchase than buying two separate devices, because that's exactly what the Fold sets out to accomplish, is that you've got two in one. You have your traditional smartphone, and then you have your tablet. That's the beauty of the Fold. No compromise. One device to rule them all. And boy, do I hope they hit the 8-inch mark with the internal display on the revamp. But that's not what we have today, right? We have these that are in front of us. And with that in mind, that's where, for me, the comparison narrows tremendously. And I literally told my family, because they were wondering what I was going to do. They knew this phone was coming. They heard me blab enough about it, right? That unless the Fold brought something new to the table on the relaunch, and Samsung cut that return window for the Note 10 Plus right on the announcement of this phone being released in the US. Boy, they were tricky. And I was going through a hurricane evacuation. Screw you, Samsung. Seriously. I got enough things to worry about. All jokes aside, though, that was the truth of the matter. When they announced it on September 5th or 6th, whatever, I was coming back to my home. And this thing was out of return period. And I had already ordered the Tab S6. And I skipped the Tab S4 because, quite frankly, it was crap. It wasn't a real innovative product. Granted, the pen took a step backwards, but the tablet is finally on par with hardware as all of their top-of-the-line flagship products. That's a big deal. Even though I love the S Pen, and I'm not a lefty, at least when it comes to writing, you're not going to sell me on a tablet with a generation-old hardware. However, one that has current hardware, take my money. Unless I've already spent it over here, right? So that's what it boils down to, is that Samsung didn't give me options. And since I'm not a bank, at least yet, I can't print money. This is where things are at. So again, at full retail, I'll reiterate that because the hardware is identical and the true difference is the Fold and its form factor, 2 is better than 1. However, this has no IP rating either. Everybody likes to talk about, oh, the Fold is so fragile. No, it's not so fragile. You just got to be careful with what you do here and do not get it wet. And, eventually dust might get under the screen. I can't tell you a good way to clean the screen, but that's the story. That's the whole story. That's what you have to be aware of. Competent is the word. Here, you have no IP rating. There's nothing to protect the Tab S6. Get a case. So that's why people who are complaining about this are kind of like, wait a minute. It has Gorilla Glass, don't get me wrong. You're not going to scratch this with your fingernail, where you could scratch the internal 7.3-inch display of the Fold. That's why I've got a pen. If the pen could scratch it, the Fold is, Note and the Tab line is completely undone. I wish Samsung would bring back the Note line of tablets, but I'm just glad Samsung still makes an Android tablet, because no one else does. That's why Windows is getting back in it with the Surface Pro Max, folks. It's because who else is taking a shot at Apple? I don't know what's happening now. Things. But, yeah, that's the story. Personally, I'm not kidding though, had this not been an option, this would have been my first option. And that's it. It's very simple. What Samsung's screw up led to, and not that they're upset, they got my money here, but they could have got a lot more money here. And, well, maybe not a lot more when you take into account that I traded in my Mint Note 9, but a wash on money, and I would have had a product that was delayed by numerous months.